Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Please help yourself to breakfast anonymously sponsored. This week's parsha by Yisro. Yisro heard. He heard some things that God did, and he came to convert to Judaism. So Rashi says that he's known as Yisro here in this parsha, but he actually has 7 names. One of his names is called Yeser. What's Yeser mean to add? He added an extra parsha in the Torah. And Rashi says, what parsha did he add in the Torah? Remember, he said that he suggested different judicial reform that the Moshe should enact. And he says and he said, what parsha did he add? Now you should see, which is verse 21 in the parsha. However, if you really want to be accurate, it seems like he started in the middle of the story, because the story should begin earlier in verse 17 when he comes to Moshe. He says, Moshe, you have a problem. He explains what the problem is. So why does Rashi say he adds a parsha when Vatot Tachazeh, now go see, which is really the middle of the story? If he added the whole parsha is added when he's at the beginning. He starts in the middle. Why does Rashi do that? So the story is told of the Imrei Emes. The Gera Rabbi was at a rabbinical conference in Warsaw, and they're talking about the burning issues of the day. There's always burning issues of the day, and they're trying to come up with solutions to the problem. So every proposal that they came up with this rabbinical conference, there was one man critical. He kept criticizing it, and he took great pleasure in poking holes in everything that they said. So the Imrei Emes walks over to this man, to the critic, and he said, since he's so good at raising questions, he'd like to ask him a question of his own. And he turns to this week's parsha, and he asks him, why does Rashi start in the middle of the story when it just started at the beginning? Why does it start about Totach Hazeh? The man didn't know the answer. And he said, listen, he says, to be critical, to criticize, to poke holes as anybody can do. That's very easy. But to come up with a solution, that's unique. So that's what Rashi is pointing out. Yes, Yisro came and criticized the system, but he came up with a solution. And that's the lesson that Imrei Emes says for all of us. In today's society, we have our spouse criticizes, the boss criticizes, everybody comes up with criticism. But not just going with criticism, but come up with a solution. That's something which we really have to take advantage of. Don't just focus on finding faults, focus on finding and proposing constructive solutions. Have a wonderful day.